So the Garmin Xero is a awesome device. It uses radar technology in order to pick up the ammo or projectile that's being fired near it. And there's some other devices on the market, like I have here. This is the Magneto Speed Chronograph. This thing gets strapped to the end of a rifle, and then as the projectile travels over top of this magnetic resonance, it picks up the projectile speed. And if you remember, some of the old school people still use them, the rabbit ears. As you shoot through those things, it picks up the shadow of the projectile. So just different ways in order to do it. But a little bit of limiting factor for the Garmin Xero is that it's very good for muzzle or location velocity, but what it doesn't do is give you that feedback of as the round travels down range at different yard lines or different distances. It won't give you that feedback to give you some more information of energy transfer or time of flight or things like that. So you're going to need to rely on more ballistics calculators for certain rounds in order to get that information. So the Garmin Xero, really easy to use. It's got 4 buttons on top, the OK or the enter button. It's got a back button and then the up and down arrows. Now, another thing, this is an internal battery. So you basically just come to the left side of the device here as you're looking at the screen, and it's got a USB-C port right there. So in order to turn this thing on, you just tap the power button and then it boots up and you have new session history and settings. Now, real quick before I go further, I'm going to go into settings and show you a hack that I like to do and give you the reason why. So we hop down to settings, hit OK, scroll down 5 menus, and you'll see Pro settings. If you click on that, you'll have 2 options. The top one, I like to turn that off. It's called projectile weight entry. Now, the reason I like to do that is because every time I start a new session, if I'm shooting rifle or whatever, it's going to ask me for my projectile weight so it can kind of calculate some information a little better. I don't want to do that, especially if I'm setting up multiple firearms. I don't want to have to keep inputting that information. Now, if you don't use any other ballistic calculator, this may serve you well, but I take the information that I get from the Garmin Xero and I put that into my applied ballistics calculator that I have on my phone to get some more detailed information for those weapon systems. So turn it on or off, up to you. I like to keep it off. Now, for this one, we'll go into new session. And you're going to be presented with rifle, pistol, bow, air rifle, and other. Other just covers down on any other platform that you're going to be shooting from. That's anything other than these pre-established ones. So for today, we're shooting a rifle, so we're going to select rifle. And then you have 2 other options here. Depending on the muzzle velocity of the ammo that you're shooting, you're going to select that speed. And this one is between 1,700 and 5,000 feet per second. Now, the next one is the rifle alignment. Based on the platform that you're shooting from, it'll give you a display of where you need to set this thing up in order to get the most accurate reading. So for here, if I'm shooting a long gun, say this is it, I want to place this thing between 5 and 15 inches over to the side of the muzzle, and then 5 and 15 inches back. That'll give the most optimal reading for this device. And then we hit OK, and then that'll allow you to start doing your shot group. So you set this thing up and do your shot strings. As you finish one, you hit the back button, and then you click End Session, and that'll save that shot string into the device. So you continue to shoot other ones. Now, another tip is if you have a smartphone device, which you may have, you want to download the Garmin Shot View app. That is a very handy tool. It'll link up to your Garmin Xero. All the data that's in here will transfer to your device. That way, you're not having to constantly track down your Garmin Xero to get your information. It's available on your smartphone. Now we're going to go look at our history. So we scroll down and hit OK. This gives you all of the strings that you had shot. As you can see here, I have 3, a 9, a 10, and an 8 shot string. I said earlier that I was going to do some 10 shot groups that, just whatever, fuck it. This is going to give me enough information to be able to do what I need to do. So I'm going to select the first one, which is the 9 shot group. And then I'm going to go ahead and click Session Summary. Now in here, it'll give me my minimum, my maximum, and my average between all of those 9 rounds that I shot. And then 2 additional ones, which are extreme spread and standard deviation. Now, these are all important, but for right now, to keep this video short, so it's interesting to me, but you might just want to get the bottom line up front. Standard deviation is going to be the most important thing that you're going to be looking at. Why is this important? Let's say that you're an average shooter and you just want to take this thing out and you want to go hunting with it, and all you care about is shooting anywhere between 500 yards and less. Now, the standard deviation, quick tip, if it's between 10 and 20 feet per second, that's going to be good enough for you. Most factory loaded ammo is going to be within that threshold. You're going to be good to go. Just sight in, stick with the same lot number, because as lot numbers change with ammo, that standard deviation is going to change based on the lot number, just because there's different thresholds with how that ammo is getting loaded. So pick that same lot number, take the same lot number that you sighted in with out to wherever you're hunting or shooting, and you're good to go. Now, as you get into those more longer distance and extreme long range shooting, you're going to want to have that standard deviation as low as possible. Now, it's going to be tough to get some factory loaded ammo to get to those thresholds that you're going to want for those extreme distances. But typically, guys who shoot out at those distances are looking for single digit standard deviations. And you're going to be most accurate with it's going to be most optimal to just hand load or reload your own ammo in order to achieve that requirement. Now, what is bad? So I would say anything between 25 and 50 feet per second or more, you're going to know that as you see a standard deviation of 50 feet per second, your ammo is not going to serve you very well. So if you're just sitting at the range and you're plinking away, shooting steel at closer ranges, not a huge issue. But as you want to get more accurate and more dialed in with your longer range shooting, that standard deviation needs to be as tight as possible.